My name is Emmanuel Trinity and I come from Kampala, Uganda. Our business is called Eron 92 Group. It's a conglomerate social enterprise that is changing the stories of young people in the slums through technology, entrepreneurship, discipleship, and finance. I think for me, impact is sometimes personal, but I always look at the next young person I can rescue from the slums to put them on a journey of transformation, meeting Christ, and finally becoming economically independent. Yeah, I've seen young people that have been affected by drugs, gangs, prostitution, come out of that space to actually build meaningful careers and work with global employment opportunities. And what has been also most beautiful is to see them actually go back into their communities and try to pull other young people. Yeah, I remember very well. He's a great man, huge man from which place is that? Canada. So he came on a mission trip in Uganda. When he came and saw what I was doing with computers and everything and training our young people, yeah, he's the very first guy that actually offered a 6,000 loan to start Eron 92. And it was unsecured. It was just with trust that I would pay that money back. And he actually journeyed with me to the time I actually paid back that money. And when I look back to so many things that we've done, he's one of the men that really invested in that journey as we were early on starting that journey. The community around me right now and the people that I associate with, apparently, it's very unlikely that you won't be inspired. From Nicaragua, from Costa Rica, you see same, young people, older people, but all with the same heart of, building redemptive businesses. And when you see the redemptive impact that is happening, every time I come from the summit, I go back with a fire to actually build more and just go and reach out to more people. So that's one of the things that has really been very, very impactful. The community around us is very, very amazing. And our strategic plan within the next year is to launch 6 new hubs within 2 refugee settlements and other 4 slums across East Africa. For me, the best thing I can really describe work has brought fulfillment, but also the most important thing, it has brought dignity. In Africa, where I come from, our communities are really flooded with so many charities that are actually giving things to the poor. But what really that robs from these young people is the opportunity to actually take charge of their lives. And I feel like God even says it, that I will bless the works of your hands. So if people are not able to do anything with their hands, what is really God gonna bless? So I've seen God bless young people with the little, skills they've gotten, growing up into careers that you would never imagine them being into. The first week I quit my work at Coca-Cola, I went back to the slums with no clear plan of what I'm gonna do. But that Friday, as I was going to see my friends at the church, I met this girl called Megan, and she was at the verge of going into prostitution that same night. And when I met her, she cried and told me her story. And she was gonna do it because her dad, who was taking care of 6 siblings, fell off the building and broke his spinal cord. And now this kid was stuck with 6 siblings to take care of, with a bedridden dad. And that's the first story I made. And I realized that actually, for many stories I've heard of young people going to prostitution, gangs and everything, it's because of such issues. They have no any option. So I told Megan, you know what, please join my program. I'm studying with 2 of my friends. If you could bring 2 of your friends. Then she brought her friend, and then I started a class with 2 young boys and young girls. And within 4 months, I was surprised how much these guys gotten the things that I was training them. And Megan was the best one. Within 4 months, she became our very first employee. And the next year, she started training other young people. And as I'm speaking today, she's our chief of operations for Eron 92 Creative. And when I see that impact of a young girl that's right now, she would have been into so much vices that wouldn't glorify God. But right now she's leading a team of over 80 young people. For me, I really regard that too as one of the best examples that God gave me. But also for me, it was a testament that the work that we're doing was actually viable into the community. I've designed my work in a way that even when there is no money, I can keep going. Our work is not dependent on funding. And as most organizations do, they have to raise money to do their work. We have built multiple streams of income that really help us to keep our work going. But in situations where it's really tight, that's when my creativity actually comes on. Yeah, so when you have some money, on the bank account, it's always, easy to lay back and stuff like that. But whenever I see, like even right now, I've been building the building, we've spent so much money, we've had so many people. So my beast mode for me to really go out and sell, pitch, raise capital and stuff like that. So I think whenever it's going down, it's my time for me to even be creative more on how we can raise more money. So I don't always go into that space, afraid, because I've seen God see me through the worst, times of my life.